Right, so Chris, what we are trying to do today?
Today, Reeves, we are looking at motion detection for our cameras, and we're showing the differences between normal events and smart events.
So there's two types of motion detection. One is called just a regular normal motion detection, which have been heavily used for the past 10-12 years. That basically just detect the pixel changes between frames. It doesn't have any smart algorithms behind it. The second one is the humanoid detection, or sometimes people use face detection, where the recorder uses its processing power to sort of find out if there is a human or face in a frame, and if it detects a face entering the frame or the human-shaped object entering the frame, it will then trigger the event. So it's normal event versus smart event. So let's jump straight into it. Now, okay, before we jump into it, we have two cameras here. One is called Baby Bullet. The bigger version of this is called Premio, which have the automatically zoom in, zoom out function. And this one is the dome camera. It have the smaller version, which is called Mega Value, and this one is called Atlas. This one have auto zoom in, zoom out, and the other one do not have it. So I'm gonna plug it into the recorder, as you can see.
So for these type of tutorials, we like to actually start from installing the cameras directly into the NVR, so you can see how the normal customer will have to do it also. So we're going to do this, it will appear on the screen, and we'll get back to you once that has been done.
So we can see the lights turning on, which we know the camera is being activated. Anytime now, it will show up on channel 1 and channel 2, because that's where I plug the cameras in. So before this the camera come online, I like to show you a thing called PoE bonding. So if you go into the channel and you look at the PoE bit, the default setting is all the PoE bonding is turned on, which means if you plug into channel 1, the cameras automatically bond to channel 1. But if you do not do this, those two aspects of the recorder is disconnected, so you need to manually add them into channel 1. They wouldn't automatically link the first PoE port physically to the first channel on the recorder.
But one thing to bear in mind is that for IP PoE cameras, this is relatively needed. We do recommend having it enabled. If you're, say, someone who has one of these kind of recorders but has a wireless camera, we would actually recommend disabling the cameras, because in doing this, you are able to put the camera on channel 1, whereas with the PoE bonding configuration, automatically adding a wireless camera will send it straight to channel 9 if you were, say, to use the exact same one we're using right here, which is an 8-channel PoE.
Now you can see two of the cameras have been added to channel 1, channel 2. This one is zoomed in a bit, so this one is the dome camera, and this one is the bullet camera. So now the first thing you need to do is go into system, and we need to look at channel 1 of the normal event. So you can see under the event you have normal event, which is normal motion detection, and smart event is AI face and humanoid detection. So under the normal detection, you can see channel 1 is turned off, but I think it comes default as turned on.
Yes.
So normally you do not need to do this, but bear in mind, if you want to use smart event, you have to turn off the normal event first.
Otherwise, you will have conflicts, as it will not know which one to actually kind of use as its basis for determining that motion has been detected. They will just kind of cancel each other out in regard when they both end up colliding with each other, because they both detected motion.
Okay, so to turn this on, first of all, you need to tick this channel as enabled. Then I normally save it first. And then I will go into
You need to draw your area.
draw area, actually.
So when you do all this, this is the area which it will record when you have finally enabled motion detection. So we're setting it to the whole screen because we don't particularly care in regards to fine tuning. But one thing to bear in mind with motion detection is that when you have motion detection, it's a lot more sensitive than smart events. Things such as the mere moving of an arm, the wind blowing a tree's leaves, you know, any type of thing like that, the motion detection will pick it up and it will dictate that has detected it. So it can be very overwhelming if you use motion detection.
And
so
it's
please bear
not
that in
very
mind.
accurate. So I have selected everything and I can apply now. Or the other method, if you just want a full screen, you can literally just select full screen and apply. So two things, you need to enable it, select the whole frame or select the part of the frame you want the motion to detect, and then click apply. Next stage is link action. I like to test it by buzz alarm and also channel recording and full screen monitoring.
So the things that these are is that full screen monitoring means that once it detects motion, the screen on the preview will go to full screen to kind of put focus on the one camera that did detect motion. Buzzer alarm is a bit more useful in regards to actual testing because it can be heard across the house. Because what's going to happen is the NVR will beep.
Yeah, as you will probably see in a bit. Yeah. Okay, so now the second thing is very important. After you enable the channel recording, I know that you have enabled here, but it doesn't mean it's being fully done. You have to go back to the storage and you need to select channel 1 and you need to select motion. Then you have to select all and you select 24/7.
Yes,
you
a simple drag.
Yes. You can select a certain time of the day, certain day of the week, but we just did all of them just to test.
And we recommend really for motion detection that you do it for 24/7 because there's no real reason to worry about in regards to storage in that situation because it only records once it has detected motion. Whereas 24/7 recording, you can see why you might want to kind of cut down the amount of days you do it or what times of the day because, you know, that's going all the time. But this is such small recordings that I would recommend always leaving it on 24/7.
So now I have to apply it. So we have activated it and we have done the storage setting, basically this one. Now we can go back and test it. You can see I have done for a screen like this. Actually, I need to retest it. So you can see the beep already turned on. And there is a little running man on the bottom left corner. If Simon can sort of walk past again. There you go. So this is what I mean, the full screen monitoring.
Yes.
When the certain camera is being activated, that view will pop up and cover the whole TV or monitor. Okay, so we have this one covered. I would like to turn our attention to the second channel. To do the second channel, we're going to smart event. Actually, what I would like to do is turn off the first channel so it does not disturb our testing. So now I have turned off the first channel's event. We're going to the second channel. So now we can choose the second channel here by click the drop down. And now we like to do humanoid because if you do face detection, if someone wear a mask
or a hoodie, or simply so much as it turns their back to the camera, it's very hard for the camera to actually dictate the motion that's been detected. Whereas with humanoid shapes, it's just generally like, oh, someone's walking past.
Yeah,
they've got a humanoid shape. All right, this is motion. I've detected motion.
Yeah. So now you need to. So there's 4 types of smart event. First one is line crossing. So if some person walk across a line, it will send you alert or do the recording. Second one is regional intrusion, where you draw a rectangle on the screen or a shape on the screen. If someone enter that region, you will detect the movement. Loitering, we haven't tested extensively, but that's basically where some person lingering around the frame too long, and you will detect it. And the last one is people gathering, where it detects when a lot of people gather in the same frame, which is less applicable for a normal household. So let's just test the line crossing for the video purpose. First thing you need to do is tick enable. Secondly, you need to draw a line. Let's say I like the line to be in the middle of the screen here, and apply. And then we need to go to processing method. We need to click buzz alarm for testing purpose. You don't need to do it, but having it on can
help you verify that the motion detection is working correctly.
Yeah,
because it will only beep when it detects motion.
And then we like channel recording. We like to do the full screen monitoring. Now you apply.
And remember what we were talking about before with recording in storage. This time, if you go to storage, you must this time select intelligent and then drag that one across the screen.
So that's what we're gonna do now. So after all the setup, you must go to the storage section, and then you choose channel 2. And once you go to channel 2, because that's the channel that you set up the intelligent recording, so you need to click on intelligent recording, select all, and drag across the whole timeline. As mentioned earlier, you can choose certain time of the day and certain days of the week. It's all depending on your own needs. Then apply. So now we can go back to test. Simon will walk past the line we drew earlier.
Should go off.
And it should.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So now my phone have received a notification from the recorder showing the smart event have been triggered.
And then there it goes, triggering again. Because what the line crossing is able to do is it doesn't just detect if you're going from one side to the other. It detects if you're going back, so it can potentially catch someone who has walked onto a certain bit of your area and then tried to get out of it. So you do have multiple opportunities for motion detection to go off and catch anyone that is, suspicious around your property.
Cool. So that's a quick tutorial showing you how to set up motion detection on in terms of normal event or the smart event. So now we have activated the notification and recording. If you want to go back and see the playback, you can click on the playback button. Let's see the channel 2, which is the one we want to do. And you need to untick the other ones. You can see a little slim line, blue line here is where the motion get alerted.
So this is why I was saying, really, in regards to motion detection, I would say you don't really need to set it to certain days of the week, because as you can see, it's very small recordings that it does when it detects motion. It won't eat too much of your storage space. But then if you just click play...
If I click play here, it will just start to show you all the footage. You can see it gave you a bit of buffer time before and afterwards. That's where Simon walked past our frame.
And then let's go back and let's show it on the motion. We have it on normal motion as well.
Oh yeah, we do. So if we go back to channel 1, we have a small slim line here.
Small little yellow one.
Yellow one here. So if we click here, you will automatically jump to that line. I know the line is very sort of slim, but at least it shows it. If you if you zoom in, you will see this in a wider sort of time span. So now I like to show you how the motion alert work on the phone. Now I have connected the recorder to my BitVision app, so you can see in real time if I add this camera. This is Doma CCTV, channel 1, and you can also add channel 2 by click here, so you can see live view the cameras here. If now Simon if now Simon entered the zone or walk past the line, the recorder, there you go. Your device sent you a message. So that's basically what happens when the motion get activated. Now then you're going back to your app and click on Message Center. You can see you receive a screenshot of the actual alert. So that's it.
Well, guys, that's been another Domar CCTV tutorial for you guys. Have a good day, night, morning, even wherever you guys are. And what can I say except you're welcome? Bye.
Bye.